What's up, guys? This is Preston from Exotic Car Blacklist here to bring you another video today, and I just want to talk to you guys for a quick second. I know there's people out there right now, like you, trying to decide if you should buy a Cayenne base model, Cayenne S, the V8, or the Cayenne Turbo, the twin turbo version. Okay, let's talk about this. I purposely didn't say the GTS because it's between the S and the turbo. But okay, we can throw the GTS in there too. I mean, just think about that for a second. All right, so if you are in the market for a Cayenne, these are things that you should think about before you make your purchase. Should you buy a V6 Cayenne? This is my opinion on the people who buy their particular base of vehicle. And this is what you should think about when you buy a vehicle. So let's start with the V6. So if you're buying a V6 Cayenne, you're going to be the person that just trying to buy into the Porsche brand, which is not a bad thing. You just want to, give it a try before you buy an expensive model. You want the V6. Maybe you're trying to save on gas. You don't care about performance, but you want to be classy. That's the type of person that's going to buy a V6. The V6 Cayenne is underpowered. I test drove one before I bought this turbo. It's underpowered for what it is. And I feel like if you buy one, you'll feel like you're missing something deep down out of your vehicle. So the V6 is not a bad vehicle. It's just something to think about. Do you want a V6? Do you care about performance? Do you care about, having a base model vehicle? If that's not something you care about, you just want to own a Porsche for the comfort, then I would say purchase it. And you notice I didn't say reliability, because if you want to purchase Porsche for the comfort and the reliability, then buy the V6. You won't go wrong with that. That's a good purchase. Now, when you want something with a little more power, you step up into the S. And the Porsche Cayenne S is going to be your V8 version of your Cayenne. The Cayenne S is going to be less power than your turbo, of course. Less power than your GTS, but it's an entry into that V8. So if you want to crank up your car and hear that V8 motor, then you buy a S. If all you care about is hearing that V8 motor, not necessarily the performance, then you buy a S. The S is the same as the V6 as far as comfort, reliability, except now you just got that rumble. Okay, so buying that base model, comparing it to the S, you're buying a 335 horsepower V6. When you buy that Cayenne S, the next model up that we're talking about now, you're getting a 435 horsepower V8. So that's the next step up from that Cayenne base model V6. You buy the Cayenne GTS, which is going to be 453 horsepower. So now you get more power out of that V8, but you're also getting more comforts because you have more options with that GTS as far as exterior trim and interior trims. The GTS is going to be a little different. You start to get into the Alcantara, you start to get into the Alcantara steering wheel, still using Tiptronic. All of them going to use a Tiptronic transmission. That didn't start going to PDK until like 2020, I think. So you're stepping up into a different class of vehicle, and that's GTS is for people who want a high performing Porsche without having the turbo. So when you step up into the turbo, you're stepping up into a 500 plus horsepower SUV. You feel all 500 horsepower as well. So let's not think that it's just 400 and like something to the ground. Like, you feel all 500, but you step into a 500 horsepower SUV and it's a completely different beast. So if you're buying a GTS or a turbo or a turbo S, then you are a person who is wanting performance out of a vehicle, but not only wanting performance, but you want a good looking vehicle. You want something that the average person is not going to have on the road, and you're probably going to modify your vehicle in some type of way, and you love cars. Those are the type of people that buy GTSs, turbos, and Turbo S are definitely for people who are into cars 100%. You don't buy a Turbo S unless you know cars, because the average person is not going to buy a Turbo S for gas mileage. The average person is not going to buy a Turbo S just to haul their family around. Like the person that buy a turbo and a Turbo S are looking for performance. So these are things to think about when you are searching for your Cayenne. Which model you want to go with. You can't go wrong on either one. It's honestly down to personal preference. Again, me personally, I went with a turbo for what I wanted to do with this channel. You can't go wrong either way, and I'll tell you this, regardless of what you do, welcome to the Porsche family. Your boy Preston is out. Thank you for watching this video.